I need to get more fuel. I didn't cheat. I started from the ground up. My shit was billboarded up. My shit was had boards all over it at first. What does it say? Fucking just an infinity sign? Unlimited. What? Joe, fuck off. That's terrible. Easy my ass. Look how small these hats are. What are these hats? Elves wear them? Oh my god. Oh, there's another,
And hello there, viewers. I'm back after yesterday's internet bullshit and... Yeah. Should point out, guys, because it was hot today, to my viewers...
God, it's invisible.
And everyone watching and the tripod...
I don't have anything.
I ended up... I'm just talking to the viewers since I'm streaming. I ended up sweating today a lot. So, I am in my underwear right now because of how hot it is. It is 90-some degrees. What? Yeah, I'm wearing my Garfield underwear, so... There you go. I don't have Kirby underwear, unfortunately. Because, you know, we live in America and Kirby underwear doesn't exist. I gotta go to Japan for that. I don't want to order it online. I want to go buy it in person like a human being. Oh, nice. Oh, goodness.
That's nice.
Blame Christian.
Ouch, Brownie. Ouch.
Fantastic. I can let you know you're not going to like what I'm streaming right now. But it might help you go to sleep, because it knocks Rosie and everybody from my high school and college out when I read these types of games. And since we know you don't feel so well with your tum-tum, I hope you got a Slurpee.
I know, we're getting backed up over here. Chill out.
You got some soup, and this puts you to sleep. Okay? Okay.
Jeez, what the hell?
Anyway, I pause. And I doubt Belle is your real name either. It isn't, but it's a lot cuter than my true title and easier to pronounce too. Christ, I hope you're not some kind of Lovecraftian abomination.
I didn't do anything. I
was at the term abomination. That's discrimination. Discrimination against us non-humans. Oh, that's probably me driving. Discrimination, huh?
No, my thing was this is my gas tank to fill for my gas, my fuel.
Oh.
And if I do it during the day, then my fucking...
Discrimination, huh?
Hey, look at these hats.
I didn't know spirits were all that concerned about being politically correct. Oh, you'd be surprised. Belle smiles. Just stick with Belle. I like the sound of my name when you say it. Plus, it suits you. I want to hug the kitty, by the way, Ashley has. What do you mean it suits me? I want to hug the kitty. Bring the kitty to Virginia, Ashley. So, Sylvania would love to have a new little brother or sister. You like music, right? Don't you think Belle is cute in a musical name? And it's just obvious than melody. And Sylvania's looking at me saying if we get a new cat, we have to call it Kirby. Yes, Sylvania, I agree.
Sand piles are terrible right there in front of the damn. I'll have to go.
You think Melanie's name is too obvious? Isn't it hard to guess one of her parents plays the piano? Let me put it like that.
Rudy's almost fucking out of gas. Let's try to make it over here to the fuel station.
I apologize knowing I'm not sure who I'm apologizing to. Belle for being so transparent, Melody for giving her a name which, with the gift of hindsight, turned out to be so incredibly unfitting. Guess I've never been good at naming things. The goldfish I had when I was a kid, Bubbles and Goldie, are a testament to that. So you named your fish after a Pokemon and a Powerpuff Girls character. Okay. All the more reason we should stick to Belle. Let's keep things simple. Right. Simple. I can do simple. By the way, like I said, I'm not kidding though. It was in the 90s today in Virginia. That's why I'm sitting legitly. I'm not joking. In front of the air conditioner. In the underwear. I am honest with that. I'm not lying. I would take a picture, but I have a feeling if I do that, it would break the internet. And then things would be censored forever, so. I groan, burying my face into my hands.
Okay, so that's supposed to be like that.
Simple. Yeah, right. My life has been anything but ever since I had the misfortune of running into Belle. I feel like that's not rooting correctly. No, maybe it started earlier than that. I had a vague feeling that ever since Great Aunt Clarence's bought the awkward and allured Belle from that pet shelter, my life has never been quite the same. That kisses in the ice cream parlor right now was just the tip of the iceberg. People always say black cats are unlucky. I thought that was a silly superstition. But now I feel inclined to agree with them. Hey, black cats are beautiful. Oh my God, what if anybody in that ice cream parlor knew me? How could they know you? I'm a primary school teacher. What if one of those kids attended my school? That isn't going to look good. The highly esteemed... I make small quotation marks with my fingers as I say this. The statement is far too ridiculous for me to say without some physical indication for its blatant dishonesty. Music teacher Mr. Hawkins getting off with a girl who goes to St. Catherine's. Come on, you overthink things. I bet nothing comes of it. You bet, but you don't know. There are more primary schools around here than the one you work at. I'm sure nobody knew it was
UFO
you.
Over there?
It's Silent Hill ending. Well, you're probably right, but what if? Oh, what if? What if you get ran over by a car? What if you contact a terminal disease? What if you fall into a lake and drown when trying to rescue a cat who can already swim? That was a low blow. Whatever. I can't. Yay. I'm just saying, who cares about all that? It's because you humans get so hung up on countless possibilities that you never do anything. You just while your lives away as though you're waiting for a bus in a shelter. A bus that never comes. You just need to take life by both hands and go out there and do something. Once more, I am humbled by just how much Belle seems to value life. It's strange to me, particularly since Belle isn't a human herself.
Yeah, Loki does.
And by her accounts, has lived far longer than I have.
Oh, that's what I was looking for. Let's see, there's another card here.
By the way, hope everyone's got something good to drink tonight. I got a Coca-Cola. By the way, congratulations to my Mavericks for going 2-0 up on the Timberwolves. I will be watching tomorrow night's game.
Do I put the UFO there?
Tazek, fuck you.
I can't see anything.
In this stream, we're a Dallas Mavericks household. I said in the stream, so and technically you're in the stream, so ha. Then I never... people can hear you unless you muted yourself.
UFO. We're gonna see some aliens tonight?
Guess... nah. They'll just look at me and be like, Doug's almost naked, we'll just leave. I guess you're more of an optimist than I am. But of course. Belle smells as though it should go without saying, toying with a strand of her... Joe left. Huh. And Joe's back. You don't live for as long as I have if you're a pessimist. Pessimists are more likely to give up without even trying. It's only by cycling to a positive attitude, no matter how adverse your circumstances, that you can overcome the doubt and the worry and the fear.
Excuse me.
To be reborn again and again and again. I love being alive, you know? There's so much to see and do, no matter what humans say. I don't think I'll ever tire of living, as long as there are people like you in this world. Well, this game actually has a moral. Holy crap! There's been no sexualness, and it's been cute and have morals. What's going on? I stare. Belle stands by the river, still clad in her silly school uniform. However, under the light blue sky, she looks strangely quiescent, almost like an elegant figure in a painting. A relic from bygone years, now lost to the annals of time. When she talks like this,
Brownie!
Without her typical childish infections and light-hearted teasing, she sounds as old as she is, wiser to... Brownie, come give Uncle Dougie a hug. Far smarter than me. The water whips slowly dark blue. Oil on a canvas. I really do love you, Robin. I didn't just kiss you for a cheap thrill or some preserved entertainment. Though that certainly was a part of it. I did it because I wanted to know how you feel. I loved you for so long, ever since you tried to save me. I didn't have a voice back then, so I couldn't tell you how I felt. But I thought it every single day for the last 30 years. It's what kept me from going insane. Insane in the membrane. Insane in the brain. You belong to me now, too. I don't want anybody else to have you. I'm a very progressive person, and I don't like sharing. Belle takes a step forward, crushing the stubble underground beneath the soles of her black shoes. She cups my face with her hands and peers into my eyes. She feels even closer to me now than she did at the ice cream parlor. Maybe it's because we're all alone. I think we're alone now. There's nobody to come between us, just my own guilty conscience and ghostly thoughts. But I sure brush those aside. The rapid beating of my heart displays all doubts. Congratulations, main character, you're about to have sex with a ghost! I wonder how that's gonna go. I feel my eyelids falling shut as though compelled by some greater force. Maybe it's because I've grown up on cheesy Hollywood romances that delegate during kissing scenes. Both participants must close their eyes. This is probably quite bad. Against my better judgment, I think I might be fawning for her. And no, it's not just because of the short skirt. It's not every day a man hears a confession that sounds quite as sincere as this. Beau's right, my heart really does belong to her. From the moment you tried to save me, our destiny's been interlinked. You've already committed to me, Robin. You can't escape now. Just try to leave me if you dare. I'll drag you back each and every time. Why can't I have a woman do that for me in the real world? You know, the only things that drag me back is my cat. Which I love my cat, but, you know. And where the hell have you been? I was not looking forward to returning home after my rendezvous with Belle, and this is exactly the reason why. Sally sits at the kitchen table, her arms folded, one leg crossed over the other. She glares at me, her eyes narrowed into slits. Given her purpose coped with the look on her face, she could even very well be a judge on The Apprentice. I wonder if she'll tell me that I'm fired. Fired from being her husband. Look, I'm sorry, Sally. Sorry, you're sorry. You think you can just say sorry and that will set everything right, do you? No, of course not. I just got caught up with work. Which is a complete and utter lie, but Sally doesn't need to know that. Or rather, I don't want Sally to know that. But I think she sees through me. Though her eyes ain't quite as large and piercing as Belle's, Sally has always been fairly astute. Work, of course. Let me guess. It was another meeting, wasn't it? I want to retort with a defense if I really was at a meeting yesterday, but I know I can't. That would only confirm the fact that this time I wasn't at a meeting at all. Instead, I bite down my lower lip, unable to say anything. I don't have any words to placate Sally because they're all lies. I know it, and I'm pretty sure Sally does too. She's my wife. We've been married for more than 15 years. I should respect her more than that. I don't like lying. I never have done, ever since I was a kid. But I can't help myself. In this situation, the truth would sound far more ridiculous. I'm sorry, I was just having an emotional encounter with a reincarnation of my great-aunt Clarence's pet cat. Like Sally would believe that. I thought you were going to make more of an effort, Robin. Didn't you promise Melly we were going out tomorrow? That's right, I did. I haven't forgotten, Sal. Well, that's great. It's great that you haven't forgotten about your daughter. Do you want me to give you a round of applause? Maybe a standing ovation? No, but I would like a slice of pizza and a cookie. Look, don't be like that. I already told you, things have been pretty hectic. I'm kind of stressed out, but I do want to go out. I want us to have fun together, like a family. A family, huh? You have a funny way of showing it. Oh, fuck you. Yeah, well, it's because I'm a guy. Doesn't it come with the territory? Stoked, distant, bad with feelings? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus. Doug's from Pluto. Don't think you get away with your behavior by spouting Victorian gender politics. Next you'll be telling me about separate spheres and straight lacing, and then I might really have to hit you. Please don't. As a primary school teacher, I don't condone physical abuse. Sally humps hotly, but I think my silly comments were able to slip through the cracks in her armor. At least she looks a little calmer now. Mortified. I wonder where the word came from in this scenario. Would I be more correct in saying Sallyfied? By the way, Melly said where she wanted to go. She did? I must admit, I'm a little surprised. I promised Melly I would take her out tomorrow, but I wasn't entirely expecting her to make up her mind on the offer, take me up on the offer. Maybe she has Maybe she has more faith in me than I thought. Yes, she did. You would have known that yourself, Robin, if you'd been back in time for dinner. I'm sorry, guilty as charged. What was for dinner, by the way? Pork chops. I left yours in the microwave. It'd be cold by now, but I could hardly do anything about that. It's alright, I never actually did become a Time Lord. I can just warm it up, no problem. Sally's lips quirk again at my comment, though she tries to keep her advanced smile under control.
Alright.
I hate when you do that, Robin. Do what? Tell jokes like that. It makes it infuriatingly difficult to stay angry with you, even when I know I should. Then don't be angry, please, let's not. Not when we're going out tomorrow. Sally inhales heavily and shakes her head. Alright, fine. For somebody who can be such a bugger with words, I can surprisingly be smooth at times, because I'm a smooth criminal. Na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na-na. So where did Melly want to go? Where do you think? What are Melly's fondest memories? Not our holidays to wedding bed. Wet by more like it. We used to go there a lot during the summer holidays, Sally and Melly and I. But Mother Nature was against us, and it nearly always rained. I don't think we got to go sunbathing once. Well, that's England for you. I don't think Whitby would be Whitby if it went under a constant cloud of rain. Okay, Tastic put a little... I can't... Tastic put a... That's either a happy face, a shock face, or a what the hell am I hearing face. Knowing that the annual golf festival takes place up there, I can't think of a better place for dark, gloomy people than dark, gloomy Whitby. Hey, a golf festival is not that bad. There's a lot of good things about going to a golf festival. You could see Raven from Teen Titans. You could see Rena Ripley. You could see some people with real piercings. You know, fun stuff. For some reason, Melly always loves going to Whitby. She's, examined the ruined chapel, meddling through the cobblestone streets, and filling through all the tacky little gift shops. The fact that she never got to swim didn't seem to bother her. Probably because Melly doesn't exactly know how to. Sally and I keep saying we'll take her to the local leisure center when she was younger, but neither of us never got around to it. In any case, I think Melly might have enjoyed Whitby far less if we did manage to make it into the beach. We went to Cornwall a couple of times in the past, and Melly never appreciated the warm beaches or the bright blue waves nearly as much as she did being bundled up in her pink acorn petal by the rain. What a contrary girl. I guess she's pretty dark and gloomy herself. That's right, Melly loves Whitby. It's one of her favorite places.
Ooh.
Well, that's a humble enough wish. Whitby isn't too far away. Only an hour or so, give or take. Right. If our sweetheart wants to get wet in Whitby, she can get wet in Whitby. I have no qualms about that. May want to think about packing an umbrella or two, though. Never hurts to be prepared. Alright. May 15th, Saturday. And my cat's meowing too. I think Sylvania's about to go into heat, but she's soft with it. Robin, did you remember to pack the picnic hamper? I'm doing that, Sally dearest. Just a sec.
Why is nobody at the motherfucking ice cream?
Because
so
the ice cream...
7 people waiting.
Because the ice cream machine is broke, just like McDonald's. The hamper is a cute little knick-knack made of wicker.
Thank God I got fucking tires coming in.
Looks like something
Shit.
Red Riding Hood might carry, skipping through the forest on her way to see her sick grandmother. You know, I could say something perverted, but I'm going to take the high one and remain classy today. Since this is Ashley's last day on PlayStation, she's going on a little vacation. I'm not going to say anything perverted or dirty. Or try not to.
Alright, I'm coming.
Sally tried...
Come on.
Tasik beat me. Tasik, thank you for being here. Sally tried her hardest to make today as perfect as possible. She woke up at 6 a.m. on the dot. Okay, I'm going to say this because my buddy Eric, he likes to get up at 5 or 6 in the morning. I'm going to quote Raphael. Mornings would be a lot better if they happened at noon. Because here's the story, guys. Even when I was in high school and college, I didn't wake up until like about 5 in high school, until like about 5 minutes before the bus showed up. And then I would still fall asleep during first period. Even back in high school, everybody, I didn't go to bed till about 1 or 2 in the morning.
Come on, next one, let's go.
I think I lived on candy and energy drinks in high school and college, more or less. Chick-fil-A, I did love that in college. I'm kind of sad there's only the closest Chick-fil-A is in Lynchburg, but it's always packed.
Alright, let's go restock this real quick.
Sally tried her hardest to make the day perfect as possible. She woke up at 6 a.m. on the dot when the birds began to chirp on telephone poles to prepare this meal for the 3 of us, our happy family. It's 7:30 in the morning now, and the sun's sleepily peeking out through the clouds, and we're all dressed, ready to face the new day. Even Melody is awake before noon. We're ready for her on the weekends. She sits at the table, doubled over like a tomato plant that's come loose from its supports. She nurses a cup of coffee in her palm hands, hiding behind her curtains of long black hair so it's hard to see her face. Well, at least she's awake. That's something, I suppose.
Alright.
I take the basket with me and nudge my way through the front door. The boot of the car is already open, loaded with umbrellas and raincoats. Seems like a bit of an odd mix, packing items used to protect oneself from the rain, and a picnic basket plus blanket. They seem mutually exclusive somehow. Oh well, if Sally wants to have a picnic in the rain, I suppose that's what we'll have, soggy or not. Sally's sandwiches always taste nice. I dispose the basket in the boot alongside the umbrellas, then turn back towards the house. I don't make it more than 3 paces, however, when I pause. There's something soft rubbing against my leg, a distant familiar sensation. I hope it's the cat and not in her human form. It's a cat, a black cat. I know, right away, it isn't Belle. Belle's eyes were far greener than that. But the cat still catches me off guard. It feels like an omen, a potential of misfortune? Robin, what are you doing? I jump guiltily, though I don't know why I feel guilty. I'm not doing anything wrong. Oh, nothing, I just got a little waylord, that's all. Waylon? I start to panic. What am I panicking? There's nothing suspicious about being nuzzed by a cat, is there? Oh, I see, you made a friend. How cute. Yeah, I guess. I'm pretty popular. A real ladies' man. Ha ha ha. I've seen a black cat a lot like this one hanging around the neighborhood lately.
Everyone's the next plane coming in.
You have you?
2 minutes.
It was the most peculiar thing. Such bright green eyes. You don't say. That would explain my Belle seems to know almost everything about me. Does she still go around my front garden often?
I can never find one that needs...
Trying to peer into our windows? The thought of isn't settling.
This one's arriving now.
I haven't seen the cat with bright green eyes for a while now, though. I think she was a stray. Didn't have a collar. I bet she was abandoned.
I need one with fucking...
The poor thing. Sally sighs. People worry all horrible. They think a cat is something for Christmas, but can't commit to them for life. I feel sorry for her. If only you knew, Sal. If Sally hates people who can't commit to keeping a pet, I'd hate to know what she would think about me. I can't even commit to my own wife. But I don't tell Sally this. I can't. There's just no way. She'll think I've lost my mind.
Vamos.
For a few brief moments, I wonder if I have. The drive to Whitby is far more or less uneventful. Melly sits in the back seat of the car, caught up on herself with her head against the window, but she doesn't say anything. I didn't expect her to. I can see her face in the rearview mirror every once in a while. She's plugged into a MP3 player, the tiny buds crammed into her ears, leaving not a single corny for excessive noises to filter in from the outside world. Yes, Sylvania, I hear you, baby. Guess you're going into your heat mode. Alright. At least you're not that noisy. She listens to her music, whatever it is, at such high volume I can hear it, just faintly in the front of the car. I wonder what kind of music Melly likes. I don't know because I never asked her. There's so much about my own daughter I don't know. I sigh, tapping my fingers against the steering wheel. These four together, Sally, Melly, and me, we sit underneath the same roof, brought together inside this tiny tin can of a car. That has to count for something, right? I make it count for something. We're going on a family trip. Today isn't about me. It's about my daughter. I don't want to be selfish anymore. Hey, maybe the weather will be nice after all. I try to engage Sally in light conversation, peering out through the front window at the road. Everything looks slightly discolored, though, through the glass. Makes the motorway look even grayer than usual. It's kind of depressing. At least the sun is shining. The sun has never seemed fit to make an entrance during our previous family outings to Whitby. Maybe we're struck down with stage fright. And we got a trophy. I wonder if this is a good sign. An omen. Not that I believe in omens. I didn't, at least until I met Belle. Sally, however, doesn't seem to share my optimism. Instead, she crosses one leg over the other, her eyes narrowed. Just you wait, Robin. We need those umbrellas soon enough. Right. We'll see about that. I bet you $10, Sally Pally. Okay, you're on. Let's see who's right. And smiling smugly to herself, Sally leans back into her seat and stares out the window. Don't blame it on the rain. Yeah, 'cause the rain don't mind, and the rain don't care. By the way, Robin, yes, you owe me $10. I know it's £10, I'm just going to say $10. I don't know currency in London, sorry. Alright, don't sound so pleased with yourself. Did you want it to start raining? I didn't, but I had a feeling it might. It's rained every other time we came here. I didn't see a reason for it to change now. So you are going by past experience, were you? Yes, that and the fact it clearly said it was going to rain on the news this morning. I take a step backwards as though wounded, my eyes comically wide. You mean you were cheating this whole time? I wouldn't call it cheating. It's more like using whatever resources you have at hand to assure your victory. You can use however many pretty words you want, Sally Pally, but it sounds like cheating to me. They threw you out of Vegas on the spot for sure. Sally only smiles, nudging me on the side with her elbow. It's a good thing we ain't in Vegas then, isn't it? Oh, you evil, practically the devil incarnate. And isn't that why you married me? Maybe it was. I've always been something of a masochist, I admit. Any child who will really dedicate hours upon hours to playing Foulis in their grandfather's dusty old study must have some masochist tendencies tucked away somewhere.
Damn it.
By the way, I do want to mention this because it involves the NFL. As many of you know, I've been the one person on the internet saying that the Chicago Bears quarterback is a piece of shit. Cab Williams got benched in OTAs after throwing 7 interceptions in a row. Yes, I know it's practice. Yes, I know it's spring training and all that, but this is the guy you picked and got rid of Justin Fields for. I hope and pray the Bears play so bad in every game. I would love to see them go 0-17. I would die happy if that happens, because I am a big supporter of Justin Fields. It's not just possible to focus on such a grueling task without a touch of masochism, particularly when making music is not that rewarding. Not in industry, at least. You have to work on it, kind of like a marriage. I wonder if the wedding band on my finger is another strike against me. Did I actually make somebody go to sleep? Because I hear snoring. Yay! It worked! Woohoo! The three of us, Sally, Melly, and I, are tramping dutifully around the ruined Whitby Abbey, located high up on its hill. As Sally predicted, the rain still hasn't let up. It isn't particularly strong rain, more like a light, ever-present mist. But it's enough to make me shiver all the same. Thank goodness Sally had the foresight to pack those umbrellas. Otherwise, we look like a family of drowned rats. Given the rain, Whitby Abbey is devoted of tourists. I suppose most people don't fancy wandering around a bunch of old ruins, even if they're very, very old ruins, where there's a chance they might get wet. Oh, but that's the fun part. If it's raining while you're visiting somewhere, you just always keep a bottle of shampoo in the car. I keep a bottle of Old Spice. I don't really mind. It makes everything seem more private. This abbey has a long history. Apparently, it's where Bram Stoker came to draw his inspiration for Dracula. I wonder. I turn examining the stone walls and valid arches that seem to grow out of the muddy ground without a roof. The abbey doesn't look like a real building. I could just as well be in the ruins of Atlantis. It's wet enough. Stranded on this hill, pelted by the rain, where I almost encountered with a pale-skinned, blood-sucking monster. A few days ago, I would have shaken my head at this foolish fancy and snorted at my own self-indulgence. Now, however, it doesn't seem too far behind the realms of possibility. I've already met Belle, and she's about as vampire as they come, minus a sharp and scissors, of course. The wind is beginning to pick up. It wipes at the umbrella held in my hand, threatening to blow it inside out. I hate when that happens. It's so embarrassing, particularly when other people start to stare at you in the street, as though it's never happened to them. Fortunately, Melly, Sally, and I are the only ones here.
We do not sell wine. That's what I thought.
If I failed to control my wild umbrella, grappling with it as a bullfighter might attempt to avoid the horns of the designated bull, nobody else will be around to see me fall in the line of duty. I think I might have mixed my similarities up a little there. Well, I'm not transparent like Sally. I'm just a music teacher. Speaking of Melly, I'm not sure where she is. I think she went off on her own to explore the ruins. I didn't get a chance to talk to her, but I swear she was smiling. That, at least, was a comfort. Hey, Robin. Yeah? I was so enscored in my thoughts I almost forgot Sally was here. Maybe it's because of this hill. High places do that to me. They draw me into my own personal little ravine and start to blank everything else out. What is it, Sal? I'm not really a fan of this rain. I think I might go to Green's. The tea shop? Of course, I mean the tea shop. Where else would I mean? It's a fair point. The three of us have been coming here on family trips for years and years. Now I know Green's almost as well as I know the back of my own hand. And when I say it, that cliche means something. Most people don't spend all that time examining their hands, but most people ain't pianists like me. If you play the piano, you get into the habit of paying more attention to your hands than other people. They're kind of an important component of your craft. I haven't played the piano much lately, though. So, okay, because you got to make sure your hands are strong and clean, I guess. That's why I'm glad we have Tasik here. He actually plays the piano, everybody. So if you're a beautiful woman and you like men who play the piano, talk to Tasik. Just don't say you hate Kentucky Fried Chicken. That will go. He'll defend the colonel. Hashtag bring back the potato wedges, KFC. In any case, Green is a humble little cafe only a short walk away from the Abbey, at the base of the sloping hill and by the river. The interior decor is mainly composed of wood, and has that comforting, homey smell that seems strangely absent from chains like Starbucks and Costa. Though I like Greens, I find myself frowning regardless. I thought this was meant to be a family trip. It is a family trip, but more than that, wasn't this supposed to be a Robin and Melanie bonding exercise? I open my mouth, close it again. I can't argue with that. Sally's right. Unfortunately, it seems the two of you haven't done all that much talking. Maybe not, but at least we're within a mile radius of each other. That's saying something. That may be, but you haven't said anything to her yet, have you? I rub the back of my neck. You sure say it like it is, Sal. That's because I'm a realist. I see things how they truly are. I don't get lost in my daydreams like you, Robin. And again, she has another point. Sarah's always been made of stronger stuff than me, though she does so often favor those soft, pastel-colored shirts. Anyway, I think you and Melly need some alone time. Try to talk to her a little. Ask her some questions. I think she'll appreciate it. I can hardly tell Sally the thought of interacting with my own daughter fills me with dread. My stomach feels cold, like I just swallowed a mouthful of dirty water from the bottom of a well. I gulp. Well, we all need to face up to our fears eventually. I know deep down what I'm scared of isn't Melly, not really. It's disappointing her. No man wants to be a disappointment to their only child. In my own enduring cowardness, I must have decided distance was better. I was wrong, of course. I often am. Right, you're right, Sal. I'll try to talk to her, and we couldn't have picked a more miserable day to do it either. That's just me, though. I don't like the rain, but I think Melly does. Maybe that's because when it rains, few people go outside. It might be her trying to talk to Melly now, though. She isn't here. I lent her my keys a couple of minutes ago. She said she left something in the car. Maybe her umbrellas? Good. I know it might be hard, but taking the first step is important. Ha 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 ha. I laugh awkwardly, rubbing the back of my neck with one hand. I didn't tell her, but Sally still knew what I was thinking, I wonder. Woman's intuition? Mars and Venus aligned somewhere up in the space? Or maybe it's something softer, quieter, rather more understanding than that. She knows how I feel because she cares about me. She loves me. Sometimes I do wonder, but nobody understands me like Sally does. Sally Pally. Now, Sally holds her hand out, the palm facing heavy woods. About that $10 you owe me. I laugh at her audacity. I can't help myself. You're so ruthless. Forget being a translator. You should be a lawyer. No, thank you. I feel too guilty extorting other people. But you have no qualms about extorting your husband. That's different. You vowed that you would always love me, come hell or high water. Doesn't stop most of those celebrities you read about in those gossip magazines. Doesn't stop most of the kids' parents at the school either. It certainly didn't stop Elbow Whitten. Yes, well, you just tried to divorce me, Robin. Hell have no fury, you know. I know. With a small smile, I take my wallet out of my pocket, hand the money over to Sally. Here you go. Don't spend it all at one place. Thank you kindly. Sally takes the money out of my hand and slips the slightest crumbled $10 note into her back pocket. And there goes my wife. Bye. Try not to drink poison tea. I watch, framed by the ruins of Whitby Abbey, as Sally walks down the hill. Her blonde bun pinned up to the top of her head bounces with every single step she takes. Even after all these years, she's still the same old Sally I married, my Sally Pally. When isn't that just special? That's just so special. I shake my head, sighing. Guilt creeps up upon me. An almost bearable thing with cold, cold hands that make me shiver. What on earth am I doing to Sally, to Melly? This needs to stop. I need to stop it all now. What started out as an innocent distraction has gone too far and I'm starting to get scared. I must be scared, otherwise I wouldn't be shaking like this. So she's finally gone. Thank God, I thought she was never going to leave. I feel those familiar hands, no longer a figment of my imagination, but unquestionably, unbashfully real, loop around my back. The touch sends shards of ice shooting through my blood, chilling it more effectively than cold water ever could. Bell. I don't turn around. I stand there staring out at the roofs of the house spread beneath me like a blanket. Is it just my imagination, or has the wind started to pick up again? It feels even colder than it did before. So you came back. Of course I did. I said that I would, didn't I? I'm always with you, wherever you go. Oh, that's kind of creepy and horrifying and stalkerish. That's odd. I thought cats didn't like the rain. I don't. That's why I'm not going to stay here long. It's making my hair fizz. I would hate for royalty like you to ruin your hair over a peasant like me. Perhaps you should take your leave. Are you telling me to go, Robin? I might be. It might be easier that way. Sure, it might be easier. But I'm not going to do what you want just because it makes things easier. That's a terrible way to talk to a woman, Robin. Particularly a woman who's in love with you. Now look here. I break free from Belle's icy cold grasp and inhale the cool rain-splattered air greedily. There's something about Belle's presence, even when I can't see her face, that's so overwhelming it's hard for me to think straight. Being embraced by her white, skinny arms feels like sinking slowly into the bottom of a dark, black sea. It's suffocating. Spine-chilling, I might say, if this were a Hammer House of Horror production, which it isn't. By the way, I love the Hammer House of Horror movies. They are classics. Everyone should go watch them immediately. Thank Kevin for small mercies. Belle stands looking the same as ever. She's forgone her school uniform today. I suppose that makes sense, given it's a Saturday. And still is with a dark coat. The coat looks familiar for some reason, but I can't quite place it. So does the umbrella she's holding, shielding her hair from the rain. The umbrella is pretty cute. Now that I look a little more closely, it's black. Emily's with a pattern of repeating white rectangles. It is fashioned after a piano? I bought Melly an umbrella like that a long, long time ago when I first started teaching her how to play. I don't think she ever used it, though. I don't know if I blame her. It was jerkish of me, just like her name. I think you're the one who needs to look here, Robin. Belle's eyes are just as green as ever, so bright they pierce through the gloom. In the darkness, they almost seem to glow. This can't work anymore, Robin. You know it can't. What do you mean? You can't play out of being a good husband. I'll be back. Tim texted me. Give me a second, guys. I know. I'll be back.
Yes! It's coming in here. They have some. Seven minutes.
I'm back. He just wanted something to drink, thank goodness. I told him I'll give him something to eat after I'm done with my stream. No, because if I don't feed him, he'll get up, and when I'm on PlayStation, everything will go off, and then whatever I'm playing will lose save data like yesterday. You can't play at being a good husband and a father as being my beloved at the same time. But beloved? Do you really need to question that? I already told you that I love you. You did, but I don't know. Maybe you were just playing around. Playing around? Belle raises one eyebrow, gone at her mischievous smiles, her light-hearted laughter. I kind of miss it. I don't like this new Belle. Serious and intense, with those huge eyes that refuse to blink no matter how long I stare into them. By the way, guys, I should point out we have 3 trophies left, which probably, unfortunately, means we probably won't finish the Let's Play tonight. That's so sad. Even though I explained my feelings to you, you still don't understand. You don't understand at all. I've always been rather dense. Sally was the one who asked me out first. She was chasing after me for weeks, and I didn't realize. Like I care about Sally, like you care. Stop trying to fool yourself. But she's my wife. So what? That doesn't mean anything. Why should you care about your wife when you have me? But I've known Sally for almost 18 years, and you know me for 30. That isn't the same, Belle. No, it isn't. It's not the same because she doesn't love you the way I love you. She can only love you as a human woman can, complaining and insulting and always finding faults. People are like that. They're so concerned with their own shortcomings that they pick on one another to make themselves feel better. It's not really happiness, though. No matter what they tell themselves, it's all fake, hollow and empty. People are all hollow and empty. Only people in California. I'm not like that. I love you for who you are. I've loved you from the moment I've met you. I guess all of a sudden I feel a sensation against my neck. It's warm despite the cold wind that laces through my skin, my very bloodstream. Belle is standing behind me. I can feel her chest pressed against my back, her body flushed against mine, like 2 pieces of a puzzle slotted together. Gone is her umbrella. I see it out of the corner of my eyes, lying discarded on the ground. It's a shame. I like that umbrella. It's just like the one I got Melly. Blah, blah. It's hard to talk, hard to even think. There are lips against my chin, my collarbone trailing down my neck. Belle is pressing kisses against my skin, friendly, hungry, as though trying to claim every bit of my body for her own. I feel like a heroine in a horror story, like poor Lucy Winter, who had her blood drained by Bram Stoker's mysterious count. I was right. I don't need a vampire. I already have a demon of my very own, who's doing her hardest to drag me down with her into hell. The burning kisses, combined with the icy rain, make me tremble. My knees feel weak. I can hardly stand. Feels good. I'm sickened with myself that it feels so good, but it does, and I can't help it. It's hard to breathe. I taste the rain on my tongue. All of a sudden, I recall what happened years and years ago when I was trying to tread water on Great Aunt Clarence's lake. And even though my head kept bobbing under, and I couldn't feel my fingertips anymore, I'm drowning again. I almost gave my life for Belle 30 years ago. Now she's come back to finish the job. I told you before, Robin. Belle draws her lips away from my neck, her fingers digging into my shoulders. I feel her breath against my bruised skin, sticking with saliva, and the falling rain. It makes me tremble all the more. I am a selfish girl. I don't like sharing. Another kiss. I am the most selfish girl who ever lived and who ever shall live. I can't stand watching you and your wife together like that. Both of you smiling. It turns my stomach. It makes me want to kill her. But, Belle, I wish I could reply with something, anything, but I can't. It's not possible. The words die in my throat, lost amongst the sound of the wind and the rain, and the soft sucking noises of Belle's lips against my neck. I wonder if this will leave a bruise. Now, how the hell will I explain that to Sally? Maybe I could tell her Count Dracula got me, the real one, not Bela Lugosi, who is dead after all. Good old Bela Lugosi. Great actor from I got to watch as a kid. You know, most of his things were black and white, but still. That would probably be more believable than the truth. Please, Robin. Belle nips at my flesh with her teeth. Make up your mind. You need to choose between the 2 of us. It's true to string 2 women along like this. If you're not careful, you'll break my heart. But why? Why now all of a sudden? I don't know. Maybe it was because I kissed you yesterday. It made me realize something. What exactly? That I'm tired of waiting around for you. I've waited more than 30 years just so we could talk. Give a girl a break. I'm going crazy here. You're going crazy. I laugh, though it sounds more like a church gasp than anything. What do you think you're doing to me? Well, I wonder. Belle giggles, her voice lightening and sing along, and presses yet another kiss to my neck. I turn, shaking. My body is far too heavy. It's hard for me to move. It doesn't do what I want it to do. I swear, it isn't my fault. She was the one who came on to me. Yeah, right. Like that excuse ever holds up in court. That's a good reason for it, too. That's because most people don't know about spirits or demons, or whatever Belle actually is. I look like a deluded freak if I try to explain this in any rational way. There's no rational explanation to give. My breathing is ragged. My chest rises and falls, but no matter how hard I inhale, I can't get enough oxygen to my brain. My skin is still pickling. So please make up your mind soon, Robin, but remember. Belle tilts her head to one side and smiles, her black hair catching in the breeze. Hell have no fury. My heart constraints in my chest. All of a sudden I feel like I'm going to vomit. What on earth have I done? You let one demonic cat go into your life and suddenly everything starts to fall apart. Well, bye-bye, Robin. I'll see you again soon. And with that farewell, which sounds rather more ominous than her luring tone would give one to suggest, Belle turns on her heels and walks away. I watch as she departs, staring for some reason at the umbrella clenched firmly in her hand. How strange. Once more I can't sleep. Maybe it's because of my encounter with Belle earlier. Maybe it's because she kissed me. I managed to hide my ravaged neck from Sally throughout the day, but the proof of Belle's merciless assault was made more than apparent when I examined my neck in the confines of the bathroom. Belle wasn't joking when she said she was possessive. If her kisses had been any harder, she would have gouged chunks out of my flesh. I wouldn't have bruises to worry about but gaping holes. The kisses, combined with my own circling thoughts, make it impossible to sleep. I can't stop thinking about her. He'll have no fury, she told me. A small smile on her face. Sally said much the same. I think Sally meant it in a playful jest, but I can't be too sure about Belle. Knowing her, she could have been serious. Belle did say some cultural references to her kind as demons. Maybe she really is. Well, she was right about one thing. This has gone on far long enough. I need to find out what she wants. Not just for my sake, but for Sally and Millie, too. I love them too much to let this continue. That's when I find myself walking to the bridge where Belle and I first met. It's a dark night, and it's cold, too. Though thankfully it isn't raining like last time. Maybe the dark storm clouds up above already expanded themselves over Whitby, sticking the cobblestone roads. So unexpectedly, pedestrians would fall and tremble to the ground like dominoes. That shopping trolley is still laying in the middle of the river, undisturbed like the carcass of a hippo. Looks strangely majestic under the light of the moon. A moment, a landmark, a pagan place of worship? I shiver, my fingers wrapped tightly around the thorough iron railings of the bridge. I don't know if I'm shivering from the adrenaline, the cold, or my own anxiety. Maybe it's all three. Humans are complicated creatures. The bruises darted across my neck still hurt. I keep pondering at them, even though I shouldn't. I can't help it. Maybe we humans ain't that complicated after all. Hello there, stranger. Hello there, stranger. The moon is beautiful tonight, isn't it? Belle? She's walking towards me, her dark hair fluttering in the breeze. She isn't wearing the black coat she donned earlier today, and neither is she in her ridiculous school uniform. Instead, she's wearing that little black dress she wore during our first meeting. I don't know why. Maybe it's symbolic. And it might be, but we're going to have to continue that next time, because I have somebody to feed. So we will hopefully finish this up in the morning when I get up. But until then, guys, thank you for watching, and we'll probably have this platinum be number 2075. So yeah, we are about to be 25 platinums, 12 platinums away from 2100, and we're about, give or take, 200 trophies away from 67,000 trophies.
Fucking Dennis.
But until then, have a good night, and I'll see you all next time.